building your brand and building your brand relationships, you want your emails to first and foremost serve your clients and your target audience so that they will keep coming back for more. Hi friends, welcome to the Brand Is You podcast with me, Robyn Savage. I'm really excited to be talking about this topic because I think it's something that a lot of us struggle with until we don't struggle with it anymore. So I'm talking about email marketing. More specifically, I'm talking about my newest email strategy. I'm going to share it with you bit by bit so that you can take the pieces of this email marketing strategy that work for you and feel aligned for you and integrate it into your own marketing plan. All right. So here's the deal. This is pretty simple, straightforward. We're going to get right to the point. All right. So Mondays, baby. Every Monday, I'm sending out a newsletter to my entire email list. Inside this newsletter, I'm talking about a personal update. All right. So a little intro. Maybe it's about a changing season. Maybe it's about something going on in my personal life. Maybe I'm filling people in on a trip that I've just gone on or celebrating a personal or business win. Maybe I'm sharing a picture of me and my family or my prized roses in my garden. I'm inviting people to just take a moment and pause. First thing in that newsletter, there's a connection with my audience. The veil is coming down. There's a layer of vulnerability, and that really helps me create and build a relationship with my audience over time. Okay. Second thing that goes in that newsletter is a summary of everything that's going on in my business that week. So I've got 3 or 4 sort of offers or outlines that are really quickly summarized with the link. So for example, be like, this week's podcast episode, listen here. We're talking about my brand new email marketing strategy. Take a listen. Link. And then we've got the in-person brand and business retreat. There's 10 spots left. If you're coming to the in-person brand retreat, grab your ticket here. The topic this month is content creation for your offers, okay, to support your marketing. Link. Next offer, Branded Mastermind is now open for pre-sale, okay? Here's the dates. Jump in, link. So I've got this beautiful summary right in that newsletter that's really going to like easily review everything I've got going on in my business for the week ahead. The last segment of that newsletter email every Monday is prompts. So some sort of reflection, a question, okay? Something to engage the audience at the end of the email so that they can walk away feeling like they were a part of something. That intentional piece of engagement at the end of the email is going to give people something to take with them. So we're adding value at the end of the email. I will also often add a PS, and sometimes that PS is just friendly, like, I hope you have a great week, or PS, don't forget to check out last week's podcast if you missed that, or here's my current favorite song or playlist that I'm listening to. Take a listen, okay? The next email that I'm sending out is on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are my personal email. And inside this email, it's like a story. It's an experience. It's something personal. It's something that's going on in my life. It's something that I've overcome. It's something that is going to, again, really build that relationship that I'm establishing with my email list. So there's no selling in this email. It's strictly value. So sometimes I'll send out a free PDF. Sometimes I'll send out a free video training. Sometimes I will write a story or I'll send out an inspiring quote. Okay. So that Wednesday email is all value, baby. And Friday is the opposite. Friday is a sales email. Friday is highlighting one offer. So I get into the details, I get into the dates, the price, I'll get into the benefits and the value of whatever is important for that offer to directly communicate to my email list what is going on inside that offer so that they can make the informed decision whether or not that offer is for them. So I actually borrowed this strategy from one of the women in my mastermind. Her name's Carla. She started doing it a while ago. And as I sort of began with this strategy, I started to tweak it a little bit over time to make it my own. And you will do the same. Okay. You'll start to feel into how you like your emails to read or what you want your people to feel when they open your email, or even before that, how they feel when they see your name in their inbox. Okay. So you can take these 3 emails, adjust them to your preferences and also your audience preferences. Okay. If you are not serving entrepreneurs, then perhaps you send out your email on a Sunday evening when people are checking in with themselves. There's more of a self-care tone there, right? Where people are going to take a sacred minute to check their emails on a Sunday and just pause. Maybe you're going to send out your emails on a Friday afternoon, for example, when people are checking out for the weekend and you are going to give them access to something incredible to listen to over the weekend. Okay. So you can play on your audience's preferences to take the strategy and really mold it to suit your audience and what they want. Because remember, as much as an email marketing strategy is serving you, okay, building your brand and building your brand relationships, you want your emails to first and foremost serve your clients and your target audience so that they will keep coming back for more. Now, there's something really interesting, or there's something really important here that I haven't talked about yet, and that's consistency. All right. So the whole point of having this steady cadence of emails go out to your email list is that people can start to predict when you will be dropping into their inbox. And this level of predictability allows your audience to start to find this rhythm with you. It allows them to drop into a place of ease. It allows them to build trust, reliability, and they'll start to really savor those moments. They'll start to subconsciously expect you to be there. So just like my daughter falls and scratches her knee and then calls mama, and expects me to show up, your audience will start to establish the same behavior with you. So every Monday, people will expect your check-in. Every Wednesday, they'll expect story time. Every Friday, they know to look out for whatever the latest offer is, okay? So think about it. Over time, we're establishing these patterns and we're establishing this relationship, which is 2 people in relationship together, right? So you are showing up and then your audience gets to meet you there. So having a steady rhythm and having this steady cadence with your email list allows your audience to build that trust, reliability, and predictability that really helps them rely on you over time. Okay. So the last thing I'll say about this is when I've got a launch going on, so when I'm actively selling 1, 2, 3 things in my business, I will send out more emails. So it's not only 3 emails a week, but that's my minimum. All right. Now, here is the caveat. Okay. You need to choose a steady cadence of emails. Like how often, how frequently do you want to be sending out emails to your list that you can sustain? This is the trick, right? If we're trying to create that predictability and we're trying to create that reliability and that predictability for your audience, then it's not going to work. It's not going to happen if you send out a Monday newsletter 1 week and then not the next week and then the next week and then 4 weeks in a row and then not for 8 weeks and then 2 in a row and then 1. Like that's not it. Okay. So what we want to do is create an email marketing campaign that we can stick to. And what I suggest is creating a marketing strategy, a marketing plan for your email list for 3 months. So do it for a quarter. All right. And then for that entire quarter, stick to the plan. All right. So maybe you start with a monthly email and then after the quarter, you're like, okay, The monthly email worked really well for me. I have the capacity and space for more. All right. And then in the next quarter, you do 2 emails a month, or maybe even 4 emails a month. And then you stick to the 4 emails a month for a quarter. And then you reflect. How did that feel? What were the open rates like? Were people engaging? Were they clicking through? And you can look at the metrics and analytics to really see how that's working for you, both as an individual and from a marketing perspective. Is it converting? Are people liking it? Okay. You can tell if they're liking it because they'll open your emails. All right. If all of a sudden your unsubscribe rate skyrockets and your open rate plummets, then maybe 4 emails a month is too much for your audience, okay? So you want to find the rhythm that works for you and them so that you and your audience can be in this dance together, all right? I think that's it. I think that's all I really have to say. I wanted to share with you how I'm using email marketing now because, quite frankly, I'm quite excited about having a rhythm of my own. This isn't something that I've done in a really, really long time. I've kind of been in the wing it strategy with my email list for as long as I can remember. And stepping into this more strategic approach has felt really good for me. So if you're looking for that little bit more consistency, that little bit more steadiness and rhythm, like that steady beat in your business and in your marketing, then this could be a really easy way for you to achieve that. Okay? What do you think? Let me know what you think. And thank you, Carla, for giving me this kind of skeleton and this kind of structure. Super thankful. I'm always learning from the women in my mastermind, even though I lead in that space and I'm the coach and creator. We're always exchanging ideas. And it's one of the reasons that I love the mastermind so much. So Carla, big shout out to you. And I love you. I can't wait to hear what you think of this. As always, we love to hear from you, like love to hear your responses. So if you have any questions about this episode, email team@robynsavage.com. Maybe we can deep dive into this. Or if you're wanting to create more of your own unique strategies and you're wanting to get deeper into your own marketing techniques, or you want to build or scale your email list, or you're looking to launch and sell and refine your brand and your messaging and your sales process even more, the Branded Mastermind is a really, really great place for you to do that. All right. So I will see you in the mastermind. I'll see you in my workshops or I'll see you right back here on the Brand Is You podcast every single Monday. If you love the podcast, please hit subscribe. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit the follow button. And if there's anything in this episode that you found really valuable and helpful, then please share it. It's so helpful when you share this podcast because it helps me get the word out, helps us build this community, helps us grow, and it helps not only you become the brand, but all of your peers and people too. I love you so much. Remember, you are the brand. Be the brand. Be your best self. Fully express it. Step into it. Lean into it. And adapt and adopt some of these strategies as your very own so that your business can have systems and structures that support you right back. I love you so much. I'll see you next week. Mwah.